But first, the hot topic of the hour. The Trump administration is pushing forward with President Trump's affordability agenda. But new Fox News polls show the American people are souring on the economy. 76% of respondents view national economic conditions as poor, while 60% report poor personal financial situations. I spoke with White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett about it on Sunday. Watch.
We 100% get it. And one of the ways you can think about it, Maria, is that because of inflation and the 4% increase in mortgage rates for the typical home buyer, the mortgage rate, the monthly payment, went from about $1,200 to about $2,500 during the Biden administration. And so if you add up the increase in the price of groceries, the 21% that you mentioned, that means that a typical ordinary family had to spend $25,000 more every year just to cover the Biden inflation. And President Trump is closing the gap on that fast. We've got, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, a big reduction in the deficit, so the macroeconomic effect of inflation is going down as well, and potentially new leadership at the Fed, which is going to cut interest rates. But there's all above approach on affordability, but we understand why people feel like they haven't caught up yet because of the huge hole that was dug by Joe Biden.
Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich sounding the alarm in a new Fox News op-ed telling Republicans economic failure means a Democrat takeover in 2026. Joining me now live from Switzerland is the man himself, former House Speaker and Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. Newt, it's great to see you this morning. First, I want to get to everything your wife is doing and the reason you are in Switzerland this morning.
Well, she's the ambassador now and deeply involved in trade negotiations and other issues and serving the president and the country, and we're very honored. This is her second time. She was the ambassador to the Vatican 4 years ago, so it's a great experience, and the Swiss have been very, very positive and very much want to have a good relationship with the United States. So Callista's got a lot of work to do, but it's in a very friendly environment.
That is wonderful. Congratulations and best wishes to Ambassador Gingrich. Thank you for that. I want to get your take on everything else in terms of affordability. What's your take on how the Republicans can message that this is actually a priority?
Well, I think that there's a real challenge here. And Republicans, as I've said in my articles, Republicans need to understand that if we have not gotten a dramatically better economy by next July, we have a big, big problem, which could lead to the kind of results that they had in 2018, which could lead to the Democrats suddenly trying to impeach Trump, trying to do everything they can to stop the momentum. So there's a tremendous amount riding on the economy, which is why I so strongly advocated getting the one big beautiful bill done. There are a lot of good things coming down the road, but I would give you an example. The biggest single thing you could do for affordability is pass transparency in health. Health is, the average family today, a family of four, is paying about $26,000 a year for health insurance. They're buying a small car every year. That's crazy. And it's going up. And the real issue here is not the fight that we've had in Congress over the COVID-related subsidies. The real issue is how do you get the health system back on track to being affordable? Experts I talk with believe if we had transparency in health costs, we would probably take about 4% of the gross domestic product out of the system. That is a huge amount, which would help us balance the budget, but it would help families. You bring down that $25,000 or $26,000 a year and get it down to 20, you just save them $6,000 a year with that one step. So I think there are things that have to be done. We have to focus on affordability, but it's more than groceries and it's more than gasoline. It's health insurance, it is car insurance, it's home insurance, it's the cost of housing. These are embedded problems, and it's not going to work next year to blame Biden.
Yeah.
Because President Trump's too strong a personality.
It's a great points all around, Newt. But, I mean, what are you expecting this White House announcement with regard to these costs coming down to be? I mean, do you expect that this will be all-encompassing with, like you say, health insurance, car insurance, et cetera?
Well, I don't know if in round one they're going to try to do everything, because I think the president has a strong desire to not have the government shut again.
Right.
So he's going to look for some kind of first step. But it's also notable that House Republicans, most of them, don't want to just throw money away, and they do want to have real reforms. So I think this conversation is going to go on for a couple of weeks, and I don't think it's quite knowable yet what the final package will be like.
Okay.
I hope it'll be much deeper reforms than just trying to buy off the Democrats with a Band-Aid for a year or two.